Someone probably called and ruined it. Someone probably called and ruined it. Someone probably called and ruined it.
Hello.
Hi. I just want to let you know that there's somebody shooting live YouTube video in your produce section right now.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Possible to not go live in the store.
Oh, okay,
Please,
sure. Yeah.
if you don't mind. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll be back, guys.
Would you still do YouTube if you didn't get paid? Fuck no. No.
Two stern-looking men came up to me. I was like, why are they looking at me? They want me. And then he's like, ma'am? Excuse me, miss? I'm like, oh no. I can't stream in here now. I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know, fuck.
She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Stop looking at it.
So what do we have here? 2 days ago, Chantel went to the grocery store. Yes, 2 days ago. And I'm getting to it now because my reactions are deeper than most others. Plus, I'm taking ownership of this because I am part of the story and I made this happen, right? Like, we all react to Chantel footage. I made this footage happen. So, yes, 2 days ago, she goes to the grocery store live streaming. She's sick. She's not supposed to be roaming around there. And she's got money for delivery. There's a whole bunch of reasons why the store manager should have been told, and I didn't. And I know that there's a whole bunch of other things for me to speak to. I've gotten more comments on my community tab than ever before. Most people agree with me. A significant amount of folks do not agree with me. We're going to get to all that later. Yet I know that most of you just want the call, and I'm going to bring it for you. I just got one thing to say. If you watch this thing all the way to the end, I got a little piece of something from Pete's. And if you don't watch the whole thing, it won't make sense. So if, please watch the whole thing all the way. Then the Pete's thing at the end will make sense. And I got one more point to make on that. So most of you just want the call. You want the call fast? Here's a call. I did it.
Welcome to Adonis Group. Bienvenue au groupe Adonis. Pour continuer en français, faites le 8. Press 1 for the cash registers or receiving of merchandise. Press 2 for pastry. Press 3 for prepared meals. Press 4 for the fish or butcher department. Press 5 for dairy or nuts and olives. Press 6 for fruits or vegetables department. Press 7 for dairy products or grocery department. To reach our receptionist, press 0.
You are being transferred to the operator.
Sunflower seeds.
How can I help you?
Oh yeah, I just got a question. Are people allowed to shoot live YouTube videos at your store, shooting customers and everything?
No.
Well, there's a heavy-set woman doing that right now in your produce department. If you go to YouTube...
Products?
Sorry?
Products? Which apartment?
The produce.
Produce? Yeah.
Yeah.
To do it now?
Yeah, right now. If you go on YouTube and you punch in Foodie Beauty, which is F-O-O-D...
Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, sir, please.
Sure.
1 second.
Come join our team. Send us your resume under the tab Careers in our website.
Hello.
Hi. I just want to let you know that there's somebody shooting live YouTube video in your produce section right now. If you're on YouTube, you can watch it. Yeah. It's a Foodie Beauty channel. If you got your computer in front of you, if you go to YouTube and if you punch in Foodie Beauty, which is F-O-O-D-I-E, Foodie, and Beauty, which is B-E-A-U-T-Y, You can watch her right now. She's in the produce section.
Okay, I'll check it out right now.
Yeah, it's live right now.
Do I have to subscribe?
No, you don't have to subscribe, no. It's called Grocery Bees.
Yeah, I thought. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'll go and check it out right now.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now pay attention to the sound of the voice of the man that I was just speaking to. And if you need to go back and play it again a couple times, go ahead. That same voice is heard approaching Chantel and telling her that she cannot do a live stream at the grocery store. Okay? Here we go.
What's up? Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Possible to not go live in the store.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
If you don't mind. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll be back, guys, okay? I'll be back. No, I'll go live in the store. I'll be back after. I'm just gonna turn you off and get my groceries and come back. Someone probably called and ruined it, so I'll just be back after. He wanted me. I'll be back. I'm gonna put you on.
She said that she was going to turn the phone off, get her groceries, and then get back to the live stream. She did not. She left the phone on.
Liar, liar, liar!
Our Chantel is busy catching her breath after the short walk from the store back to the car, and after she's done with blowing her nose, she's going to start doing damage control. And for Chantel, that means it's going to have to include more lying. Take it away, Chantel, please.
Yes. Way to get in trouble. Thanks for showing us the nuts. Want to guess how much everything was? Yeah, I guess the manager or somebody probably called in and said, there's a streamer causing trouble in your store. Something bullshit, stupid.
I made the call, Chantel, and I made a post on my community tab before I made the call to prove that I was the one that did it, because those things are time-stamped. And no, I did not call and say there's a streamer causing trouble. I asked the store management, do you allow people to do live streams? They said no. Then when they passed me over to the manager, I said, there's someone shooting live video in your store. I didn't say that. You see how you lie immediately to your audience? It wasn't something stupid bullshit either. It was private property rights. How would you like it if people just started hanging around your residence and shot video? Would that be stupid bullshit too? Or is that acceptable? Oh, let me guess. When Yaba said she was going to come to your town for a tour and visit some of the locations where you had been, which were not on your property, with a cardboard cutout of yourself and take pictures and have some fun, that was when you said you're going to be calling the police because it's stalking and harassment. Guess what? Tourism is allowed. And as long as someone is not on your property and trying to pester you personally like that, people are allowed to visit other cities. It's not stalking and harassment. It's not a crime. Yet you believe that you're entitled to walk all over private property without permission and shoot footage of people who are just shopping and want nothing to do with your piece of shit channel.
So, no, Nashi.
While your ongoing fights with Natter are totally fake and scripted, and by scripted I don't mean, folks, that she writes every word and it is recited verbatim. I mean to say it is a scripted storyline. Like, okay, I'm going to say this about you, you say this about me, we fight over here. That's why their dialogue is so simple-minded and repetitive. It's like, I fight here, I fight there, you go there. Okay, so while that is scripted and worthless, and I refuse to react to it because it's playing into your lies and abject stupidity, material of this kind, when Chantel is just doing her normal business and thinks she can just waltz in there and shoot footage of people who don't want anything to do with her channel, and then when she's called on it, she blames everyone else. Heck, that's the fun stuff that we can really react to, and it's really worthwhile and satisfying to react to.
It's like, okay, what can I do? Sure.
How about you respect personal property rights and the privacy of folks that are just going there to shop and go home? You know, like, oh, what could I do? Respect property. Respect people. How about that? How about you do that instead of blaming everybody and acting like somebody's giving you a hard time there?
So, I guess I have to realize I have to be really careful, because if I want to stream somewhere that you guys won't find out where it is, but you will.
That is right, stupid stoner. How are you going to do a live stream and keep it secret from people? Because if you do the live stream, that reveals where you are. And while you're doing the live stream at that time and sharing it with folks on the live, on the YouTube, that is when they can make the same call that I did and say, what are you doing shooting footage for profit on private property and shooting footage of people who don't want to be a part of it? You idiot!
Anyway, I mean, some people want to ruin the fun, I guess.
It is you who wants to ruin the fun and the dignity and the convenience of people who work for a living being able to put on track pants and an old shirt, and that includes men and women, and go and do their business and go grocery shopping and go home. And you want to spoil that by running around with your fucking camera and shooting footage of them without asking for permission. And then you take it back to your townhouse and upload it to your channel along with all your filthy, dirty, depraved sex stories and your drug abuse and your scat fetish. And they don't want to be a part of that. So it's not that we are wrecking the fun for you. You're not respecting people who just want to go shopping and go home. Do you mind? Of course you don't mind. Well, at least now you can't do it.
It was 2:20.
Grow the fuck up already, Chantel. Seriously. Honestly. Literally. Like, the grocery store is not a playpen. If you want a playpen, go back to the townhouse, chase your own tail, and shoot footage of the cats until you just spin and spin and spin. You make yourself all toddler dizzy and fall down and have a nap.
How you do it? It was like 2:20. Exactly 2:20 something. Whoever called is lame, I know.
Come on now, get in close. Whoever called is lame, I know. That is not the truth, Chantel, because the manager didn't think it was lame. He thought it was great. He thanked me. He thanked me twice.
Thank you so much. I'll go check it out right now.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
The Chantel audience is like Chantel herself. Chantel has the mentality of a 12-year-old. And she attracts people like that to her audience. And someone's sitting there typing, whoever called was lame. And there's Chantel reading it saying, whoever called was lame. I know. No, it's not lame. You know what's lame? Being 37 and a half years old and acting like you're a petulant, ignorant little 12-year-old. That is what is lame. Really lame.
My cough is like, it's from being sick.
What she spoke there was sort of mumbled, so I'm going to repeat it. Quote, my cough, it's because I'm sick. Close quote. Later on in this footage, she's going to talk to the chat and admit that her phlegm is coming up yellow and brown. And some of you silly people out there say I'm a Karen for phoning in. She's that sick with that much crud coming out of her, coughing on camera all the time. You folks stupid? You folks stupid? She's got no business going in there. She should be having delivery brought to the house. She can afford it. She wants to do some cheap live stream material to make some easy cash. I'm so proud of what I did. Later on in this footage, she's coughing and coughing and coughing, and she'll mention all the phlegm. Yellow and brown. That is correct.
Hi, Faith. I mean, I'm not surprised people do it, obviously. I wish they didn't because we could have more fun, but you can't humiliate me.
Guess what? Those private businesses are not set up for you to have more fun. Got that, toddler? Got that, child? You don't get to have them for your own amusement. Furthermore, I can't humiliate you? Oh, yes, I did. Oh, I humiliated you. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's why you're doing damage control. You can sit there and pretend to be the badass, like, you can't touch me, it doesn't bother me. Hey, let's watch the footage again, okay? Like, you're so full of cuss words and you got such a aggressive personality. In real life, you fucking crumble. I didn't humiliate you? I did. Let's run the footage again. Let's laugh.
Possible to not go live in the store.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll be back, guys, okay?
Okay, sure. I give up right away. There's the badass Chantel, huh? Yeah, let's play it again with the pitch shifter on.
Possible to not go live on the store.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll be back, guys, okay?
The problem with you is that you are reckless and there's never any consequences. So guess what you get with FBRC? You just got toddler told no. Toddler told no. No toddler, no toddler, no toddler, no. The answer is no toddler, no. No live stream. Stop it. You're not allowed to do so. No toddler, no. Toddler, no. Answer is no. No. Take your contagious sickness back to the townhouse and share it with Pete's, and you can go over to Natter and you can share it with him, and it's his dump of a rooming house place, and you keep it away from private businesses. How about that? Now you know how to do it.
Worst comes to worst, they say you can't stream, I turn my camera off.
You did not turn your camera off, you just set it aside, so you couldn't shoot the live stream properly. Like, you lie so often with the evidence of your lies sitting right next to you that, you know that therapist that you lie and say you have? Even though your therapist is imaginary, you should probably try to go make an appointment with it.
So, and then, like, I can't stream.
That is correct, Chantel. You cannot stream on private property where streaming is not allowed. What would you do if somebody was live streaming on your front door or on your parking lot in your private rented property? We all know what you would be doing. You'd be screaming, "Police! Police! Help me! I'm being harassed. My private privacy rights are being violated. Help me! Arrest them all! Help! Help!"
So, I mean, what can I say? If you like watching that, you're only punishing yourself.
Chantel, you are talking to me because I made the call. And my reply to what you have uttered is this. Back in the day when you were a halfway funny mukbang channel, I would check in every now and then, okay? That was it. I thought you were halfway funny then. And then your stories got dirtier and dirtier, more and more and more explicit. I said, what the heck am I watching here? And then you did away with the mukbangs, and you brought in the drugs, and now you're just a degenerate that sits around all day long, doing drugs, staring at the camera, and telling people to fuck off. And the way that you live your life is reckless. You've said, I'm not responsible for anyone else's happiness. That's right. You've got a real narcissistic, sociopath, self-centered, and selfish way of doing things. And those VIBs, they are sad, desperate, hurting people. You treat them like shit. And you take their money. You're despicable. And so you say, well, if you like me, then you're punishing yourself. I'm here for the shit show. Yet, I am not relying upon you for my bread and butter. So when you take your sickness to a private property, yeah, I'm going to speak out on it. I will.
By calling in. If you don't, well, that's different then. I mean, don't ruin it for everybody else.
Go on and look at that. I made the toddler angry. And unlike your family members that always have to give you another chance and have you walk all over them, or like that simp Pete that you're with, I don't do what you tell me to do. Take a good look. That is a look of defiance and entitlement. That's some clown who never gets told no. And she's saying, oh, don't ruin it for everybody else. How about you don't ruin shopping for everybody else? Folks should be allowed to put on track pants, men and women, and go in there without having to worry about you shooting video of them when they're trying to get food. And don't ruin it for everybody else by bringing your... Oh, my phlegm is brown. My phlegm is yellow. I will need some cheap and easy footage for some money for me, Chantal. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for everybody else. What you're really saying is, don't ruin it for me, Chantal. I'm Chantal. I get everything for no work. Fuck you. I didn't break any laws, so fuck you 6 ways from Sunday, you clown. Look at her! Look at her! That is a look on her face that she gave to her mother years and years ago when her mother said, Chantal, would you please stop chewing with your mouth open? Now! I am the king of the Chantal reaction channels right now, because not even Zachary Michael did this back in the day. I made the toddler lose her shit. Look at the face she's got on there. Don't defy me. Don't tell the toddler, no, I just did. You know what? You know what this is? This is a great opportunity for you to thank me. Do you dig this? I made the toddler lose her shit. The toddler was told no. That's what you guys hate, along with me. That she's never told no. Hey, how do you like it, Chantal? The answer is no. Got that, toddler? No. Don't tell me no. Yeah, I just did tell you no. No live streaming on private property by order of FBRC. Now, do you guys dig this? Isn't this better, having the toddler denied, than having her get rich and walk through private property while I don't care if you get sick from me. I'm going to wait for a few seconds. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds to subscribe to me. Starting now. Bottom right-hand corner. Chantal's Angry Mug. Go on. Say thank you for subscribing. By subscribing. Or you can go use that other button. Yeah, as I always say, you don't have to hit the notification bell. Although now I wish that you would. Okay, the 20 seconds is almost up. Come on, subscribe to me. Say thanks. Show me that you appreciate it. Yeah, that's right, Chantal. No, Chantal. Look at her. That's just what she did to her mother years and years ago. You clown. You silly fool. That's nice. That's nice. Pour your germs and the rest of your schmutz all over somebody else's private property. And folks got a problem with me letting the manager know that you're making money on his property without cutting him in for the profits. Yeah, that's sweet.
$2.20. But I got a lot. I got a whole tenderloin. I got a lot of meat. A lot of stuff. Healthy stuff. No junk. Back on it. Back on eating healthy.
Did everybody get that? Chantal is back to healthy eating. That's right, new year, new Chantal. And you will not see her eat any more junk food, fast food, that candy, soda pop, any of it. She just made the statement that she is on the healthy eating. You're not going to have her anywhere near junk food until she's lost, heck, at least 150 pounds. You better believe it, too.
Right, guys? So, I guess that's about it right now. Did I put the groceries on a payment plan? Hi, plain cheeseburgers! Tenderloin. Bougie. It's on sale.
There are people doing their best to stay healthy in this pandemic, and they worry about going to the grocery store, and Chantel walks past the sign on the front of the store, says, if you are sick, turn around and do not come into this store. And some of you folks out there got a problem with me phoning the store? Never mind the live streaming. She goes in there sick. You got a problem with what I do? Really? Seriously?
Tam Joe. Eyes are on point, Kelsey. Thank you.
So what was it, like less than 3 minutes ago? She made a statement that she was back to the healthy eating? And less than 3 minutes later, she's sucking on her sugar water again, the refresher, the strawberry refresher from Starbucks. She broke her promise in less than 3 minutes. This thing is insane. And it wants to live in public for money, making a spectacle of itself. And you guys got a problem with me making a call to a grocery store? Letting them know that she's making money there, not cutting them in for a share of the profits? Get out of here.
Tessa, top tier peasant. Yes, there will be food, don't worry. Okay, guys, look at my hair. Is it ever gonna grow past this friggin' Quaker Oats man length?
Yes, Chantel. In the middle of this pandemic, when people are suffering for real, sit there, make it a clown out of yourself for money, and try to pretend like you're being burdened with a real problem. It's like, oh, it's going to be like the Quaker Oats guy? What's going on here? Oh my gosh. This thing deserves everything that it gets, what little it does get, and what it can't do now is live stream at Adonis.
Shit. Two stern-looking men came up to me. I was like, why are they looking at me? They want me.
Yes, Chantel, they do want you. They want you to stop recording footage on their private property because it's a store and their customers are trying to buy their groceries and go home, and they don't need you to be a part of it. Okay? Thanks, Chantel. Thanks.
And then he's like, ma'am? Excuse me, miss? I'm like, oh no. I can't stream in here now.
That is correct, toddler. We know that it doesn't happen very often. It's quite rare. Yet this time, the answer was no.
Are you still hacking up brown and yellow? Yeah.
Chantel is sitting in the Adonis parking lot right after having completed her shopping at that store, and she is just admitting to carrying on with hacking up brown and yellow phlegm. And some of you people got a problem with what I did. Some of you people are the problem. She needs to be kept away from there, because why did she bring that sickness in there and she doesn't mind what it would do to folks? Because Chantel does not care about people.
So, we can't Adonis bees anymore.
That makes sense, because Chantel does not own the property, and Chantel does not own the business, and she does not have the right to go in there as if she does own the property and the business and say, I will now shoot footage of everything and everyone because I am Chantel, which gives me the right to do so. No, you don't have the right to do so. And why are you doing it anyway? Because you're too lazy to shoot footage, take it back to the townhouse, and edit it. Because you're too busy doing THC all day long. So you have the nerve to go in there and act like you own the place, which you do not, and say, I am Chantel, so I will do whatever I want. No, we don't need that. So you don't have the right to do that, and now you can't be beezing in somebody else's business and making money with it without even offering the manager and the people there a cut of the profits. You're only there for yourself and your money, and you're not producing great art, and it's not even good content, so who cares? Now I'm going to get to all the concerns that you all raised in the comments for the about 30% of you who have got problems with it, the beezers. Okay, you say, Chantel's shooting in public. She can do what she wants. That is not shooting in public. Public is a city street or a park, and that is where you find the hobos. Private is a shopping mall. Do you ever ask yourself why you never get confronted by a hobo in a shopping mall? Because on the city streets, which are public, and in a park, which is public, hobos are allowed. Yet, when you go to a shopping mall and they notice that someone's hanging around and dressed shabbily and not buying anything and harassing the customers too, they say, what are you doing here? Would you buy something or leave? And they tell the hobo to leave if he doesn't start buying something. That's the difference between public and private. So don't tell me any different. You don't know what you're talking about there. Here's another issue. There is a sign here in Ontario, Canada, on all the grocery stores that say, if you're sick, don't come in here. Turn around and leave. She's sick as a dog. Now, just because she says she tests negative for COVID, that doesn't mean the COVID doesn't rise unexpectedly. And I'll speak to that a little bit more later. The thing is, there she is speaking after she's done shopping, and she says that you can hear her cough all the time. And they're wet coughs too. And she admits to horking up brown and yellow phlegm. We don't need that. And for those of you who think, it's okay for her to go do whatever she wants because she's Chantal. No, she could potentially kill somebody with a weaker immune system. The pandemic is serious. It's not a joke, people. And as for the call, you guys say, did you get permission from Adonis to use the call? In Canada, we have the right to record our own conversations that involve ourselves and one other party. It's legal. I didn't break any laws. I'm allowed to record my own calls between myself and one other party. If there's another party, a third party, you got to tell them what's going on. You ever notice when you phone up a business and they say we're recording you? That's because it's not between you and whoever answers the phone. It's also third parties, the monitors for the company that are recording it, for the CSRs, the customer service representatives. They're listening in, they're recording. You might get somebody else on the line. That's when it goes beyond two people. Now, when it comes to COVID, Chantal can say, I tested. Would you believe anything that Chantal says to begin with? If she says, it's okay, I tested negative for COVID. If you have all those symptoms and you're damn sick, it doesn't matter if you test negative for COVID. If you're still walking around, that means COVID could rise up and be positive the next day. That's why people who are frontline workers got to get tested all the time. It's a pain in the butt, and they have to do it because it's not like, I tested negative, I'm cured, I'm protected. If you have sicknesses carrying on that look like COVID, then you could present COVID the very next day. Okay? So she could potentially be killing somebody just by bringing that shit into the fucking store. And here's another news bulletin for you people who criticize me. A fucking mask does not provide a suit of armor. It's not like, I got the mask on. She's licking her fingers. We know she's filthy. We know she doesn't care. She sits there. She's a freak. She's an online freak. She said, I didn't bathe. I have crease grease. I'm filthy. I'm dirty. You can see from her hair she doesn't bathe. So she's licking on her fingers. She's got huge sickness symptoms. And she goes in there. That's irresponsible. That could get somebody killed. That could get somebody killed with a weaker immune system. Now let's get to her having no reason to go there in the first place. Here's the Adonis website. They got 3 different indicators there saying, we'll be so happy to deliver the shit to your home. And Chantel's got all kinds of money. She can afford delivery. She didn't have to be there. Why do other humans have to be exposed to a deadly risk or a terrible time trying to fight off COVID just because she wants fast, easy content? If you believe that's legitimate and she has a right to do that, you're wrong. And if you think that I'm wrong, hey, go find another channel. because I'm not catering to you here. She does not have the right to expose people to that shit in the middle of a pandemic that some people take seriously. And you want to know who keeps COVID alive? The stupid people like Chantal. You're looking at it right now. We know it, that stupid people are keeping this COVID thing happening, and you're looking at one of the stupidest ones that just came back from a grocery store she could have easily afforded to get the stuff sent to the house, and she's, yeah, I'm horking up phlegm. Those are the stupid people that keep this COVID thing happening. I'm proud of what I did. And now we have a little bit with Pete's, and I told you it only makes sense if you went through the whole thing. Get in here, Pete's, please.
So, yeah, whoever did that, you're just a douche. Like, it's just being a douche. Don't be a douche. It's it's that easy.
That's not a big
When you're about to do something that's douchey, just ask yourself,
Do I want to be a douche?
is this douchey? If the answer is yes, then don't be a douche.
Just don't be a douche, man.
So Pete says, if you make the call, then you are a douche. And don't be douchey. So for all you people who are criticizing what I did, you're only 30%. I'm making this for the 70% of my audience who love what I did. And the 30% of you that complain about it, I've never had your names here before. You're all coming over here from the Beezer Hug Box. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You're here just to squawk, and then you're going to be gone again. I'm doing this for my audience, and they all love it. So for the 30% of you idiots that come over here, well, you're in good company with Pete's. Or maybe you're in poor company with Pete's. Oh, don't make the call. It's so douchey. Yeah, you could be with Pete's. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, be there with Pete's, please. Do that. Now, what happened here was they went to a restaurant and somebody called pretending to be Karate Joe and said, say hi to these two dummies. Even that wasn't so bad. By the way, I didn't do it. If I would have recorded it all and tried to make something of it. If you're going to make a public spectacle of yourself and go on live internet television, which is what YouTube is, then you're probably going to pick up a few people who are going to phone the places where you go to and do something silly. What the person did with that call was completely silly. What I did with my call was a public service. And you want to talk about being a douche? Let me get this in here about Pete's. A douche is going live and hinting at doing self-harm, and then the next day you're engaged in a fake fight between Chantel and her fake boyfriend. And then the day after that you're talking about X-Men shit. So that's being a supreme douche, which is what Pete's is. So this was something silly. What I did, as I said, was a public service because Chantel is coughing her head off. You're not supposed to be exposing other people to that shit in the middle of a pandemic. And I've read the Criminal Code of Canada. So it says there, like, if I had followed her from place to place and I was contacting her personally, and if I was hanging around her house, I'm not even in the same city. I never contacted her. I didn't even make a comment on her channel. I let a grocery store owner know that somebody was there breaking their policy, and I didn't even tell them to do anything. I just let them know about it. I didn't do anything illegal. Okay? This is not harassment or stalking. You people who come over from the Beezer set are so stupid. It's just unbelievable how stupid you people are. Oh, this is harassment. This is stalking. I never contacted her. I never would go anywhere near her house, and I am hours away from her in another city. I contacted a grocery store owner, and it was a public service. I did a great job. Whew, and that is it. We are done. I'm going to babble a little bit here at the end of it to keep it going to 41 minutes. And I did a fantastic job. And if you enjoyed this, and if you enjoyed the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, well, reward me with a subscription. Just hit in the bottom right-hand corner, Chantel's Angry Mugs, to subscribe, or you can go down a little bit, you hit the subscribe button there, either or. And I always say, you don't have to hit the notification bell if you don't want to. You know, maybe you should hit the notification bell if you like my videos here. Because this is funny. I don't know how this wildebeest had lasted this long, making terrible content, and sitting around all day, doing THC, and always being in her car driving. She's dangerous. Yet, it's allowed. So let's have some fun with this. And COVID is a serious thing, and property rights are important. And I did the right thing here. I did the right thing here, and I'm proud of it too. And I know that most of you love what I did. So if you haven't subscribed already, please take a moment to do so. You're almost done with this. A few more seconds left. Please subscribe. If you had a good time and think I did a good job, then please subscribe. And that was it. Thanks very much for coming by. It is appreciated.
Whoever called is lame, I know. 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 Whoever called is lame, I know.